weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Now Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Another run here with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Hurts. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. He feels feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The Chargers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They go jet sweep here with Williams, and he is going to lose yardage here. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Trayvon Walker in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Justin Hopkins for the Chargers. A 46-yard.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. And they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right? I
think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Now Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Chargers will have solid field position.
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
At their 45-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Steps away. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And a line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Trayvon Walker in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, and they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a chance here to make this a 2-score swing, maybe even take the lead.
And it wasn't that long ago in this game. They looked like they were a little bit out of it, didn't they? But how about the safety? Getting the ball back. Now a chance to take the lead. They are roaring on offense.
You just kind of feel it. Fresh juice on their side.
Definitely.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Khalil Mack had just 6 sacks in 7 games in 2021 due to a foot injury. Now he's in Los Angeles with the Chargers, and they believe they have themselves the best 1-2 combo in football, with he and Joey Bosa coming off the edge.
Looking downfield for Jones. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 2. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Well, CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
They go play action with Lawrence.
This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Jaguars 19, Chargers 10.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
61 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold it. Let's get the ball back for us.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Lawrence will throw.
Flush to his right. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. Just a 1-yard loss that time, and that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. This is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Warriors 70, 18 Rebels, 18 Rebels.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you could lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Hustle, hustle, hustle.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That's another Chargers 1st down.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 13.
On the jump.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
18, Pioneers.
He'll look to throw. He completes it to Ridley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he fires Fires one incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Bobcat, 19 light.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he is going to have the Chargers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
And the Chargers first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
A gain of 3, second down.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Hurts will throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now third down and 6 to go.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Caught on the right side by Jones. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On second down, a run with ETN.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Joey Bosa so strong, able to find his way in there to make the play.
Another tote for Etienne. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Etienne up the middle.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Lawrence.
Open man right side is Ingram. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best.